You're listening to the Glorious House of Gains podcast. Here's your host, Robert Frank. What's going on, everybody? Robert Frank 615 here with you. Today is Thursday, August 1st, 2019. It's not hump day, but if it was... And I am at the round table of testosterone, which is actually a square because we have a leaf in the middle of the table. To my right, we have, if you guys go on patreon.com/RobertFrank615, you will see the pre-show. He's down like 4 pounds since last week. Joey NPC. What's up, Joe?
Another one.
To his right is the man that steers the ship, the host of This Week in Sports, the Pody. What's up, Ant? To his right, we have the new co-host on the Glorious House of Gains podcast. He's a new co-host, but he's not new to the program. You've heard all about him on Pornhub and all these other sites. Beard So Strong is in the house. What's up, Jay? How are you?
Hey, everybody. I think I need to come up with a own catchphrase now when I come in.
I think you need, like, confess your love to beards, and they will never let you down. Because you do have the longest beard up in this bitch. And to his right, we have the staple. He's thick in the midsection. Don't let him bang your daughter, or else she'll need a C-section. Jacked man with the permanent tan, Ray Worldwide. What's up, Ray?
What's going on, Rob? How was your trip?
Trip was good.
Just want to say, everybody in the building, let's get it, let's go.
You goddamn right. So, you know how we like to start the show, saying what's up to the live stream, all the mods in the house, keeping the order. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, everyone from Instagram who swiped the fuck up and are part of the podcast live stream. Make yourselves at home. We got a really good crew in the chat room. It is what it is. Everybody's friendly and super supportive. And it's a really peaceful type chat room, no bullshit goes on in there. But I do want to say what's up to all my Patreon members, and we have had a lot of new members since last week. Ray Worldwide, correct me if I'm wrong, but last week we already mentioned Merrill Coleman, right? I know he was a new person. I didn't have him on my list last week, but I think he joined at game time, right? Yeah. So anyway, Merrill Coleman, we want to give you your warm welcome to the Patreon family. Merrill Coleman, Travis is in the house, did not leave a last name. Kyle Rogers, Kevin Doyle, Nerd Z, Hunter Myers, Jonathan S., Mike Robinson, Miguel Acosta, Joe Kaminsky, and Builfong are our new Patreons over at patreon.com/RobertFrank615, where you get all your exclusive fucking content. Just, little tidbits and nuggets here and there, exclusive promo codes. We have a lot coming up this August with some new shows that we're going to be doing, which are going to be Patreon exclusives. And I could not go without saying what's up to all my God Amongst Men tier members. Hank Bauer, Zach G, Damian McCoy, Anthony Capola, Riley Weir, Aaron Torres, Cody Lawson, Austin Thomas, John Nelson, Daniel Tran, Stevie Seven Nuts. I really wish you would change your name, Stevie. Colin Moretti, and our new God Amongst Men members, Joe Kaminsky and Builfong. So thank you guys so much. You guys know what you get when you're God Amongst Men members, and you are the elite of Patreon, guys. So, Beard So Strong is now a permanent co-host. I think Thursdays are going to be the day moving forward that we do this podcast. Actually, let's give a big shout out to Nick Hurd, who is the newest Juicy AF Patreon member. Just came across my screen right now. So welcome aboard, brother. Beard So Strong has off, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, something like that.
That's
so
correct.
Thursdays is a good day for him to come jump on board. And it's good to always have, a permanent crew in the house. Is that my phone or is that Marissa's?
It's Marissa's phone.
Yeah, Marissa's over here fucking her booty call.
Who's Big Cock 69?
Yeah, it's probably you fucking texting her from your bat phone, you savage. So anyway.
Speaking of that, I did a good Photoshop while Rob was on the cruise. I didn't send it to you, Ray.
I did see that.
I sent it to Rob. I took a picture of Rob had done a video, or Snapchat or something, of Marissa's butt, doing something. So I then Photoshopped you into it and had your head up on her butt. And I sent it to Rob. I said, "Damn, Ray's over there with you."
Yeah, I got that, and I was not happy about it. But whatever.
And listen,
it was all good.
And for everyone who's wondering why I'm here on the podcast tonight, All the shit I said about Rob on my video, on my story, was factual. I'm here due to contractual obligations, but this dude can still kick rocks, as far as I'm concerned.
Did he even see any of that or no?
No, he said number one never needs to address number two.
Yeah,
So
and
that
I
was
wasn't
his
talking
response
about
to me.
skin color either, you know?
And the reason why, I may be number two, but that's because I shit on you, bastard.
Wow.
I don't know where any of this is coming from. He's like, yo, did you see my stories? I'm like,
They
no,
were funny
I
as
don't
shit.
watch anybody's stories.
I messaged him and I said, dude, that was hilarious.
I think that's because he was hanging out with Jimmy Triceps. They're trying to make like a new faction.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I know you spent, about 24 hours with Mr. Triceps,
Yeah,
right?
I don't want no smoke, bro.
on a trip. So anyway, if you guys want to know more about Beard So Strong, figure out who this dude is, where he comes from, you could always go over to the 10K Rum podcast with Brooke Potter and Amos Joseph. There was an episode that was dedicated exclusively to Beard So Strong. He told his story, told some, pretty funny stories, and especially that Vegas one is classic, where you were reading the Bible to the chicks in the room.
Yeah.
That made me spit out my clenbuterol. So we do have a super chat in the house. Zia, how are you this evening? To answer your question from the last podcast, I am female, but I won't reveal if I am biological woman or a chick with the BBC. Okay.
Oh, shit. That's the way we're starting off the show?
That's how we're starting off the show. So I was listening to, and big shout out to the Delray Misfits, right? I was listening to one of their episodes of the podcast, and Big Lenny is like all about the trannies, right? Now, they brought up a really good point. If a tranny, okay, this is getting weird here. If you don't know, because apparently some of these chicks down in Florida, you would have no fucking idea unless you took their pants off and saw that there was a fucking cock hanging out, right? If a tranny that you did not know was a male did not take his or her pants off, but blew you, like gave you a blowjob, and you had no idea and the pants were on, so you really couldn't confirm whether or not it was a chick or not, is that gay?
Did you not?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing.
At what point do you find out then?
Like a month later.
Then no.
Nah, man, you got catfish, man. You got to keep it moving. It's all good.
Now let's change this. Now it's Joey. You found out that you just got blown by a dude. How do you feel a month later?
I think Joey would continue even if he saw the cock. It felt good.
I'd probably press charges. No, I wouldn't. I mean, listen, what are you going to do?
It happens because,
I'm sure it's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, you've seen the shows, man, where you can't tell it. They have shows that are dedicated to female or not. It happens, I'm sure.
And J-Lo, I mean, you've gone around and get around. I mean, for all you know, next month you might find out.
No, I search thoroughly before anything goes down.
Pull the old Crocodile
Yeah.
Dundee.
They might have some good doctors, but there is nothing there to be found.
You always
so.
shower first with them?
Yeah, Jay
Let's take a
makes
shower
sure.
first.
But anyways, so yeah, I thought that was really fucking funny, and because the whole, Zia said that she's not going to confirm nor deny. Anyway, we do have new podcast art, everybody, and before I start getting blown up with fucking messages, where's Jimmy? Why is he not on the thing? All right, here's the deal, guys. About a month ago, maybe more than a month ago, the artist that did our podcast art, who is a fan of our show, sent me new podcast graphics, one with MBJ on it, one with without. Okay, so one with MBJ and Vinny Bag of Chips, one with just MBJ, no Jimmy Triceps, no Vinny Bag of Chips. And the reason why we picked this one to go with, we had like a little discussion about it, is because Vinny Bag of Chips has a new schedule now at the sanitation department. And he reached out to me privately and said, listen, I would love to get back in my seat, so to speak, at the Round Table of Testosterone and be a more regular part of the show. Maybe not every week, but maybe every other week or something like that, as long as, things go well with the sanitation department and they don't give him no shit. He wants to get back on the action. So I was like, all right, well, if Vinny's going to be part of the show, we probably should leave him in there. And Patreon members know that we are going to be doing a DM Whisperer once a month with myself and MBJ, which is going to be a Patreon exclusive show. And what that is, me and MBJ, we answer some relationship questions. Bros reach out or broettes reach out with some shit. Hey, my girlfriend dumped me. Like, I found this out. I found a text message. Normal shit that happens between guys and girls, whatever. Me and MBJ will give our take on it and give you guys some advice. That is a really popular series on my YouTube channel, and we're going to bring it to the podcast. But it's going to be its own little thing, but you will find it on the Glorious House of Gains podcast. So that's why MBJ is in there. But there is no beef. Again, I talk to Jimmy Triceps every day. Probably so does everybody else at the round table of testosterone. There's no beef at all. Don't start being like, yo, Jimmy got beef with the guys. Nothing like that. So now that that's out of the way, I've been in Bermuda for the past 5 days. Well, on a cruise ship. What the fuck have you guys been doing? Because I had the Wi-Fi package. And, when you're on a cruise ship, sometimes the Wi-Fi pops in and out. And I'm not 100% invested in what's going on with social media. But I just wanted to know. I've seen some pictures. I saw some things. Ray Worldwide and Beard So Strong looks like they had a very interesting weekend. And why don't you go into that before we get into the rest of the show?
So you want to take it away?
Well, we had a nice formal dinner for, it wasn't a dinner, it was like a party.
It's a black tie affair.
Black tie affair for our buddy Putt.
Now, why don't I know this Putt?
Putt's a member of the football team.
Oh, okay.
So he's a stand-up individual, one of the best dudes I know. He's very positive,
And
hardworking,
he's hilarious,
funny as hell, and he's just all about, at least me anyway, trying to get my noodle wet every. So he had a nice.
He's trying to get buns from you, or he's trying to help you get buns?
No, just go out there and get buns just like we do.
Oh, okay, all right.
From
as soon as we were at the party, he made a grand entrance. So when he came in, he seen the way that Jay and I were dressed. And the first thing out his mouth after he said what's up and gave us some dap was, y'all gonna get some pussy tonight.
Yeah.
Damn.
What position does he play on the football team?
Well, and we play 6-on-6 flag football now, so it's basically every position. But when he was in college, he played for Rutgers. He was a running back, and he also ran
Kids
track.
lightning,
Lightning in a bottle.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be funny if he was a quarterback and he said putt hike instead, since that's his name?
Instead of Hut.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. Do we have a?
Oh, he's got that sound effect.
But yeah, so Jay and I did a little bit of shopping.
There we go. Joe, that joke sucks.
It was lacking. But Jay and I did a little bit of shopping, and we look good. We look damn good.
Well, I went shopping a couple days before, got my wardrobe ready. I wanted to look good.
Like you're supposed to do,
Yes.
right? Not only idiots go the day of.
The
to
day
shop,
of.
right?
Yeah, like this guy right here.
A couple hours before, we run.
A couple
get some
hours,
stuff.
man. I was busy. I had a busy week.
We found a nice jacket. We found some nice shoes. Drop him off at his house. I go home, get showered, get changed, come back to come get him. And the outfit he has picked out, he's got... we're going to a formal... It's a black tie. The man is coming in a tuxedo, and you coming in with black... old black faded jeans.
No, they were new.
They did not look
style.
new.
They were new.
They were
the style of the jean.
No,
Were they your Old Navy jeans? No. Let's go to a black tie with Old Navy jeans.
Yeah. He had these ugly black faded jeans.
They were
with
ugly to you for the outfit.
But if anyone saw the picture of mine, you had a fancy white jacket. You looked hideous.
Damn.
So what did you change your pants?
I put on white pants.
Okay, there you go.
And it completely changed the outfit.
Listen.
So you went to a black tie affair wearing all white.
No, it was a white and black jacket.
Okay.
Now there's new rules to black tie affairs where you don't have to wear black tuxes. This is 2019.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty much be as GQ as you possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
just look good.
I had some pythons on too. I bought python boots, bro. Them shits had a heel on it. I was a little nervous about wearing it, but Jay co-signed on it. The guy at the store co-signed on it. I even FaceTimed my sister And even my boy Joe, I FaceTimed his girl, and I was like, yo, can you co-sign on these shoes for me? Because if I can't get a co-sign, I am not wearing this outfit.
Damn.
Well, they co-signed on you wearing the jeans, which
Yeah.
I gotta question their whole fashion statement, man. That was hideous.
Nonetheless, Jay had some sparkly ass shoes on too. Why don't you tell him about your shoes, huh?
Well, I bought myself some Lou Boos. You know,
They were Robert Frank inspired.
yeah, they didn't have the, but I wanted to kick some people, so
All right.
brought the spikes.
Yeah,
out.
I saw some spikies on there, so
Yeah.
I was like, "Where the fuck did you?" Because I know there's only certain places that you could get them. So I was like, "Where did you go?" I got shit in my throat. He was like, "Oh, someplace in the mall."
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right.
Yeah. You're like Neiman Marcus?
Yeah.
Someplace in the mall.
Yeah,
They're
someplace
like,
in
how
the
much
mall.
did you pay for him? I was like, I don't know, like 100.
Yeah, he said 100, and then when he said 100, I immediately
They're
text Ray. I text Ray, and I was like, "Why did you let Beard So Strong get some fugazi ass Lou Boutins?" And then he just wrote LOL. And then like 10 minutes, you must have texted him because 10 minutes later, Jay texts me. He goes, "Oh, I forgot a 0." And so then 1,000. I'm like, all right, that's a little bit more in the ballpark, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe you if you just got him at some random spot at the mall.
We were going to take these red sticky notes, and tape them to the bottom of the shoes,
Oh,
and then
shit.
send them to you.
That is fucking hilarious. Real quick, Merrill Coleman, what's up, brother? He leaves a $6.15 dono. Says, Joe, if you and Vinny Vegas had to box 3 rounds, who wins?
Oh, shoot.
That's easy, actually. I would fuck him up. So here's a funny thing. Before I came here just now, my 3rd round of cardio today was boxing. I had my gloves and I was doing a bag. I was doing 3-minute rounds. And you do it for 30 minutes and you take a minute in between.
Since when are you doing boxing cardio?
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, I do everything. I have gloves. I used to do CKO when I was in shape. But now that halfway decent Joe is back, wait till I'm under
You used to do
200.
CKO?
Yeah.
How's your vagina feel? Who are you?
Listen.
Damn, Ray's dropping the one-liners tonight.
We'll see what's going to happen soon. But we've already seen the trend that I'm in. And it's
You look good,
looking
though.
good.
You look good, though.
You do.
And yes, I was boxing before I came here tonight. I actually, 2 weeks ago, Vin and I were in the city hitting a punching bag. The only thing Vin's got on me is his power punch is probably stronger than mine. Either that or he hits this fucking bag. You know those video games where the bag comes down?
Yeah.
Him and my cousin always get in the 900s, low 900s, 920, whatever. And the highest I've gotten is like 880 or something. So high 800s, which is still pretty fucking good because we went with this big ass dude and he was like getting in the 700s and he's like, I don't fucking understand. But it's about how you hit a bag. Some big dude doesn't mean he can hit hard. So if we start fighting and he gets me, but dude, who knows? I mean, but no, I could beat him.
I noticed you posted both of them punching, but they didn't.
Because I'm the one holding the fucking camera.
So none of them can hold the camera for
Dude,
you?
I promise you I'll be back in the city in like 2 weeks most likely. I'll have them film me and I'm going to tag
Is this
you.
how you used to throw 90 miles per hour?
Damn.
Now that you're talking shit, I'm going to take a picture and put your face on the bag and watch how hard I hit it.
Yeah.
I bet you I
You
can
probably missed.
I bet you. You know what? Next time all of us go to the city, we'll play that game, and I bet you I hit harder than every single one of you.
There we go.
Joey threw 94 miles an hour at Carnival Italiano. In the morning, in the mind,
93 miles
So,
an
Joe,
hour.
now that you are actually at a decent weight where you're not going to drop dead of cardiac arrest, are we going to do that basketball game, bro?
Yes, no, absolutely, we can.
Okay.
I definitely want to do it before the summer.
You don't have to
ends.
sign a waiver anymore since you're under
No,
230.
yeah. Anthony here is going to play as well. He's going to be my partner.
Okay.
Or
Whoa,
whatever the
whoa,
fuck you want
hey,
to call it.
say
What is
that
it,
part-
man?
that
Teammate.
partner-
Teammate.
Let's go.
What-
That
teammate,
partner word
teammate.
is a little
whatever.
sketchy here in 2019.
Listen, sorry, I'm fucking on the computer while talking right now, but yeah, no, I'm ready to roll with that soon. But yeah, dude, my cardio has gotten, dude, losing weight it changes everything.
Well,
Anyone
Jay,
out there,
Jay and I don't have any cardio, so you guys might have the one up there.
Speak for yourself.
yeah,
You have no cardio.
I want to close out this black tie affair before I get to these last 2 super chats that I have in the queue here. So, Beard So Strong, any buns that night? You were looking dapper as a motherfucker. You were clean AF. Looking good. You probably got a haircut earlier that day.
A lot of Israelis.
You had the Lou
Boos.
Bowtons on. Did you get any buns?
There was. Can we talk about this?
We can't have two co-hosts that are afraid to say what really goes down. We need somebody to keep it real around here. Jay, did you fuck somebody that night or not?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Did a female grab the sausage that night?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. All right, so you got a little action.
Some interest. Yeah.
Listen, we met Serena Williams at this party.
Get out of here.
Yes. Robin Gibbons was at this party.
Get the fuck out of here.
These were some bad. Robin Gibbons still looks
Was
good.
Holly Berry there?
No. We
Okay.
Holly Berry was next to me,
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Jack Man with the permanent tan. Real quick, Mount Everest says, love the podcast. Stay juicy, bros. Much love from California. Thank you, Mount Everest. And Brendan, what's up, Brendan? He said, shout out to the crew and MBJ's fat behind. Keep up the great content, Rob. Can't believe it's already August. Thank you, Brendan. I saw your comment on the Patreon. Yeah, MBJ's, I'll tell you what, man.
Yo, Brendan, there's not enough to go around, bro. Back up.
Yo, chill. MBJ's ass was looking good on that cruise. I posted some stories and they were looking pretty fucking... it was looking pretty juicy.
Yo, somebody tried to call me out saying I'm drinking white wine. This is actually Jack and Sprite.
Jack and Sprite's the new go-to, bro.
Jack and Sprite's not white wine.
Aaron T in the house. Great job on your way in, Joey. You're motivating me to lean out too. So Joey is inspiring the masses here.
Thank you.
Speaking of punching bags and punching shit, I want to go over my Bermuda cruise because it was epic, but it's different. The last cruise that we went on, the last couple of vacations that I went on, have been me and my bros. You know what I mean?
Everybody at this table.
Everybody at this table is almost at every vacation or when we go to England to fucking meet and greets or expos or anything like that. This vacation was just me and her, so it's a lot different than. There's no point in really getting fucking bombed and hammered.
But
and
you do
acting
this
stupid.
with all 15 of your previous girlfriends, so what makes this any different?
Well, I mean, this is different because it's like my wife and shit, So, it was different because the last cruise that we went on, there were 34 of us. It was not just her. There was everywhere you look, there was somebody. Joey was over here, Jay was over there, Ray was over there. There was always something going on. And then at nighttime, it was just going to be a shit show because all the fucking guys get together, the girls go and do their thing. Maybe we bump into them here and there in the casino or like the dance hall or whatever the fuck it's called, music hall or whatever. But usually we're out doing our own thing, right? This time it was just me and her. Getting drunk with your wife sucks. It's boring. Really is boring. But we did have a good time. But let me tell you a couple things. Number one, there was this one group of... It was like a group like we had. Young people, probably in their 20s, 30s, maybe early 40s. They were like spread out. Probably about 10, 15 of them all together. You could tell that they were either from like Staten Island, Brooklyn, Long Island. Like that just type of like look, that like Italian, just with the fashion, like how it was like a bunch of fucking Vinnies running around, right? This one dude, I wanted to knock him the fuck out because I saw him eyeing me up. I don't know if he knew who I was. Maybe he didn't. But I wanted to knock this motherfucker the fuck out the whole time. I saw him fucking talking shit like about my shoes. I brought my whole fucking Louboutin collection on this fucking cruise ship. I was getting roasted on Instagram. They were like, "Oh, your shoes are the gayest things I've ever seen in my life." But it was funny because when I buy shoes, I buy shoes based on how obnoxious they are. The more obnoxious, and Ray can co-sign because he's been with me when I bought these shoes, and Joey Baggs has been with me when I bought these shoes, like in the store with me at Christian Louboutin. And I was like, these are the most obnoxious pair of shoes. I'm buying them just to piss other people off.
And the reality is, if you look at any, and I know we hate using the word celebrity, but Floyd Mayweather has gone to a basketball game dressed as a fucking safari like rider or whatever the fucking word is. He had like a safari hat on, an entire safari outfit. He looked like Jack Black in fucking,
yes.
the newest
George
fucking,
from Curious George.
No. Yeah, no. What the fuck is the
Jumanji.
Jumanji. Jack Black played a character in Jumanji, and that's what he dressed up as. And a lot of people do that because think about fucking Russell Westbrook, the shit he wears to basketball games.
Cam Newton. All these guys, they're doing it because.
And what do they all? What do they all have in common with me? We're all young black men.
Yo, it's so crazy. Somebody actually sent me a text message, and it was a screenshot of your Snapchat emoji.
Yeah.
It said, Rob's Snapchat emoji is black. It's disgusting.
Hey.
They were like, it's so stupid.
Yo, I identify as a tan male, and that was the tannest that I
You
could
even
find.
sent that to one of our bros in the Facebook post.
Yeah,
as
a member of the tan delegation.
Yeah.
He goes crazy with that. Like, when did he become Malcolm X all of a sudden? Like, this dude grew up in like the whatever. Anyway, I don't want to talk shit about him. But yeah, so this dude was just fucking eyeing me up. His wife was, or girlfriend was smoking hot. Me, Marissa, and his wife actually did a shot at the bar. So we're standing at the bar in the casino, and she's sitting there with one of her girlfriends, and me and Marissa are standing there, and we're like getting ready to do a shot. And the chick is like, "Oh, you're doing shots? All right. What are you drinking, Gentleman Jack?" "Oh, I'm drinking the same thing." So a small talk starts, and then all of a sudden she wants to do a shot with us. And this was the time where I was taking pictures of all of our shots that we were doing, and I was doing round 1, round 2, round 3, putting them on Snapchat and Instagram, whatever. So I was like, "Hold up." This is how you can tell that they're probably not social media people. Because I was like, "Hang on one second." She had the glass up, like ready to do the shot. I was like, "Hold on, I got to take a pic for the gram." So took a pic, and then the chick is like, "For the gram, like, what are you saying that to your grandma?" I was like, "No, you clearly are not in the loop. It's Instagram, come on." So anyway, we all do a shot together. But her boyfriend or husband was probably late 20s, early 30s, if that, just like a Mike the Situation type fucking cocky scumbag. Like, even though I love Mike the Situation, but I just wanted to knock him the fuck out. And he
Maybe
would
he
like
was trying to get in your pants.
Nah, every time he would look at me, he would look at me like, "This motherfucker." Every time I looked at him, it's like, "This motherfucker."
You did a shot with his wife without him.
Yeah, but
He's
my
probably
wife
thinking you're
was
trying to
standing
bang
right
his
there.
wife.
No, my wife was right there too.
With her, a 3-way.
Ooh, that actually would have been a really good time.
It probably would. You gotta go. You gotta go up to the guy first. I mean, no disrespect.
Yeah, I mean, no disrespect.
But I'm gonna take a shot with your wife, and then I'm gonna give her a shot later.
But this dude had on like fucking. He was one of the motherfuckers that wear long sleeve button downs with like the tan khaki shorts and the boat shoes.
Oh,
Chad.
Chad.
Like, yeah, that Chad, yeah. Like, this dude takes it up the ass, and he's over here making fun of my fucking shoes. So, yeah, anyway. And not even, like, the shorts that come, like, right above the knee. Like, come on, motherfucker. How are you going to talk shit about my $2,500 shoes, and you're wearing fucking boat shoes, motherfucker? So, anyway, yeah, I was about to knock him the fuck out. Alex Jordan's with the dono. "Thanks to the shredded stack, my coworker let me give her the sausage. Good thing I put in my 2 weeks notice." So, Steel Supplements, which you can get only at steelsup615.com. Discount code RF10 is the current code, is getting my man Alec Jordan some fucking buns, and he may or may not have gotten fired in the process. So, we'll take the credit, and we apologize, Alec, for your
Read the one below that.
just fucking rip ass. You fucking disgusting savage. I hope we got that on
that
fucking
too.
film.
Read the comment below that.
All right. So John West in the live stream says, "Joey Bag of Dicks, I hate you and everything about your life. You're still a bit of despair."
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyway.
I'm gonna go home and probably cut myself now.
No, please don't do that.
Psych, I don't give a shit. Listen, at the end of the day, whether I'm fat or skinny, I still know that I'm better than everybody else. But once I'm in shape, I'm definitely better than everybody else. And it's coming real soon.
I want to give a big shout out again. I know that he listens each and every week to this podcast. It's probably what he listens to motivate himself to do his own podcast, Joe Rogan. A couple people on the cruise came up to me and said that they found out about me because of the Joe Rogan podcast. So I want to say thanks again to Joe for opening the eyes of thousands and thousands of people who now know about Robert Frank 615, the social media guy, and plus the Glorious House of Gains podcast and meeting all the bros at the Round Table of Testosterone, people that check out This Week in Sports, the whole fucking deal. Want to thank Joe Rogan again for the glorious mention. That was very nice of him. And be patient, guys. I'll be on the Joe Rogan Experience sometime soon. I just can't promise you when, but it will be soon. Let me say something else about this cruise. Why was every fucking dude jacked out of their fucking minds on this cruise?
It must be the first time because we're
never
ever
ever. There's
cruise.
always maybe one or two dudes that are like jacked in shape, but it's mostly like your runner bodies and people that are in the gym at like 11 o'clock in the morning, like lifting weights. Now, being a bro and being like in the bodybuilding world, we're fucked up in the head. Before we go out on the top deck and display and prance in front of thousands of people laying out, half of them hot chicks, half of them dudes that are judging you, half of them are old ladies that probably, would fucking millions of dollars in their fucking bank account that would just love for you to fucking bang them. You parade around, you're on display. Because when you're walking around that top deck and everybody's laying out in their lounge chair, they're all just looking at you as you walk by. We have to go to the gym and get a sick effing pump before we go on display. The veins got to be popping out. You got to be a little fucking puffy. You got to get your shit together. I walked into the gym the first day in the morning, or the second day rather, in the morning, the time that I usually train to get a little pump before I go lay out on the top deck. There were about 5 Guy Cisterninos in the fucking gym. Like, looking like they were a week out from nationals. Jacked out of their fucking minds. Veins, they must have been on Tren, Test, Clen, Win, Masteron, everything under the fucking sun. Everything. Steel supplements, everything under the sun. And I'm just like, God damn. So me, with my fucking complex, because I don't know who recognizes me. I don't know who knows me. I don't know who's going to judge me. I kept on my joggers and my long sleeves and my hat and yeah. The only time that I would take my fucking shirt off is once I was already in my fucking lounge chair and I looked around about 50 times to make sure nobody was looking and I'd sneak off my shirt. But I was looking really good. Probably the best I've ever looked.
I actually got DM'd about your physique, that you look really good. It's the best you probably look with your shirt off.
Leading up to the cruise, that was the best I think I've ever looked. I was really lean, I was vascular, and in the spirit of transparency, I was taking a lot of steel supplements, and just like as a joke, right? This is not real, but as a joke, 200 milligrams of Tren every other day, 400 milligrams of Test a week. I was taking 120 micrograms of clenbuterol with my shredded as fuck, with my Black Hawk. Now, this is all for jokes. I'm not being serious here. But if I was, that's what I would take. And I was looking really fucking good. Now, as the days were going by, I noticed my abs disappearing, my vascularity disappearing. My dick skin didn't even have dick skin anymore. My dick had no veins in it. Now, when does that ever happen? That food is so fucking salty, and there's just so much food there that you make fucked up choices because you're just hungry and it's just everywhere in your face. And then you start drinking at night. Not that I really got really fucked up any of the nights. You have 6-7 slices of pizza, 3 or 4 turkey sandwiches, because everything is just there. Cookies. Marissa's like, oh my God, you got to try this cookie. Before you know it, I had 10 of them.
Good
cookies. Yeah, the cookies are really fucking good. So it's it was a little I got a lot of work to do. Let me tell you that. And I have a big LA trip coming up before we go to the Olympia in September. Jason, I just talked to Jason tonight. Jason Huge, CEO of Steel Subs. Told me to be on standby because I'm probably only going to get about 48 to 72 hours notice before I have to go out to LA to what is it called, the Bel Air Estate. I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, so I know that there's going to be some kind of workout footage in the outside gym going on there, and they're going to make me take my shirt off, and I got to get back in shape as soon as fucking possible. But I want to say everybody on the cruise was super fucking cool. There was one little mishap that we had with a group of kids, and they were probably 16 to maybe 21 years old. It was really late. I was drunk. They were all sitting in the... there was probably about 15 or 20 of them, and I'm not exaggerating, because what kids do is when the parents go to bed or, late at night, there's nothing really for the kids to do. They can't drink and shit, so they just fucking hang out like in the pizzeria. And when me and Marissa were getting food, the one kid, the whispers, yo, there's that guy. So the one kid, none of them really knew who the fuck I was, but the one guy was like, hey, do you have Instagram? I said, yeah, everybody has Instagram. They're like, are you that guy, though, that, like, does the thing? And I just didn't want to be bothered for whatever reason. I guess I was drunk, I was tired, and I knew these kids really didn't know who I was. They were just, like, fishing because they heard someone else say that I may be me. I told them that I wasn't me, and Marissa got fucking pissed. She was like, that's how you lose fans. This is that. I was like, Marissa, they didn't even know who the fuck I was. They didn't know my name. I was like, and fans, they're not buying merch. They're not buying steel. They're not booking cameos. They're not listening to our podcast. They're not double tapping the posts. They don't follow me. They're not fans. They just know somebody said that, oh, maybe that's that guy from fucking Instagram. So she lit me a new one, right? Mad at me the whole night. Didn't
Also,
even get buns that night.
Texted me.
She texted Joey at like 4 o'clock in the morning and laid out the whole description of what happened to a T. She didn't exaggerate anything. She told it exactly the way it went down. And she asked Joey, did I do the right thing? Joey's response, fuck those kids. So apologies to if one of you kids are listening to this podcast, which I really doubt you are. If you are listening, I apologize. But next time, just listen. I am such a normal fucking guy. If you think it's me or whatever, just come up and be like, yo, Rob, let's take a picture. Or shake my hand or something. This one kid fucking hugged the fuck out of me. He wanted me to take my shirt off and pose with him. He was so fucking starstruck. It was a little weird, but it was okay. And then the best thing that happened to me, this is how you know you've made it. Forget Joe Rogan mentioning you on his podcast. I got off the boat in Bermuda. I had to get some pink sand for a friend of ours. So me and Marissa, we walked off the boat. We went down into the little dockyard. And the native Bermudians, I think that's how you call it, were standing at the dockyard screaming, glorious House of Gains! Glorious House of Gains! So I just waved to him. I'm like, yo, what's up, what's up? I did the voice. I was like, what's up? Walked into this little pharmacy, got the souvenirs, came out. They were all still standing there. So I knew that they were waiting for me. So I walked over, shook the dude's hand. He goes, yo, man, you look just like my boy Robert Frank, man. And I was like, I am Robert Frank. And he goes, yeah, laughing. He goes, so what's your name? I was like, Robert. He was like, oh, like Robert Frank. And I was like, yeah. Marissa's like, he is Robert Frank. I was like, let's go. I did the whole voice and everything. They all looked at each other puzzled. There was 5 or 6 of them out there. They all, I guess they were mechanics or something on the dockyard, that fixed the boats and shit. They all looked at each other puzzled for a minute. And then they fucking treated me like I was C-3PO in Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks, where they lifted him up and they fucking carrying him. They picked me up off my feet and were carrying me around. Oh my God! And I'm like, dude, put me down, bro. It was the most uncomfortable thing, but they were really fucking cool. Didn't even ask for a picture or anything. They were just fucking cool. They were so happy to meet me, and they said I'm the legend and the GOAT, and they love all my videos, and they can't wait for me to get home because they want to see the new video. And I do have a new video that I'm going to be putting out really soon, plus the new Steel shit is going to be dropping in a few days too, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, it was a good time, man. So I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to get back to reality, eating normal, seeing my friends, not being with my wife fucking 24 hours a day, and just being back to reality. So,
dude, I was looking at a map. Because, I've been to Bermuda a couple times, and one time with you. And while you're there, it's some of the clearest water you'll ever see, pinkest sand you'll ever see. And then you look at it on a map, and it is literally in the middle of nowhere. It's that's all that's there is Bermuda.
Yeah, it's right off the coast of.
It ain't right off the coast.
Well, it's
yeah.
The closest would be South Carolina or
so
something?
it would be directly off of South Carolina. But in terms of miles, it's got to be, I would think, hundreds of miles. I don't know. Someone look this up. Pody, look it up. Just type in how many
It's
miles.
a short flight from South Carolina, actually.
No, I'm sure it's a short flight, but it ain't like off the coast like Seaside Park is off
Oh, you
the
mean
coast of New
distance-wise?
Jersey. I mean, it's fucking out there.
Yeah,
and that's
it's
why
an island, Joe.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's pretty fucking far out there. So it's gorgeous. Bermuda is like gorgeous. If you've never been there, you definitely need to go.
If you want to be in the middle of nowhere, go to like Guam or Hawaii.
Well, sure, but I'm
Go to
saying in
Guam.
terms of around here, it is 665 miles off of the coast
Wow.
of South Carolina. That's why. That's fucking far.
That is pretty fucking far away. One other story that I want to tell real quick too about, since we're on the topic of Bermuda. The first time that I realized Beard So Strong was an absolute savage, and I don't think we've ever shared this story on the podcast, was a trip that Jay and I took to Bermuda about 10 years ago. And, Jay was a single dude at the time, and, first or second night on the cruise.
First night.
First night, drinks are flowing. May or may not have met a very attractive, what was she, like Colombian or something, right?
No, she was from Canada, but
Okay.
she was Chilean.
Chilean, okay.
Chilean.
It's something with you in these sea countries, man. Colombia, Chile,
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus, yeah. Anyway, so I get a call in the morning, and his stateroom was probably about, 5 or 6 doors down from mine. And he goes, hey, I think I'm in trouble. It's like, why? He goes, can you come here? He was like super scared. Okay. So I fucking walk over, knock on the door, open up the door, and there looked like there was a fucking murder scene on the bed. The sheets were full of fucking blood everywhere, and he's sitting there like a sad puppy that just fucking like pissed all over the couch, and the owner's pissed at him. He was just had his head down. I even took a picture of it too. I wish I still had it. But yeah. So could you explain what was happening at that time, Jay? What was going through your head when you brutally murdered that chick's pussy? With your enormous cock.
All right. So it's the first night of the cruise. Rob is with a young lady that he's with at the time. He wasn't Robert Frank, so he turned down. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm by myself. So I go what any single man would do. I go to the club. I meet a couple friends, meet the girls. I meet this lady. She is beautiful. And I know Rasheen, we hung out.
She was definitely hot.
Rasheen met her like when we got back when we docked back here. She is definitely something.
She was a smoke show.
So we go back, make a long story short, we go back to the room, and I had a balcony, so we had like the balcony door open, you hear the ocean. I felt like I was romantic. I set the mood, right? And I'm sitting there and I have her on her back, and like her legs are in the air, like kind of, and I'm just sitting there. And I'm sitting there, I don't want to give all my secrets away, but my hands happen to be down by where she is.
Okay.
And then I bring it up top, and our sheets are like white as shit on the cruise, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I have my hand up here holding myself up, like in the push-up position, and I'm just like dragging it a little bit down, and I look, and it looked like something out of a horror movie. Like you see, like the streak,
the streak of blood from the hand.
I look at my hand, I was like, who the fuck is bleeding right now? Like, it's fucking ridiculous, right? And then we get up. She's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like, I was like, what happened? She's like, I'm not on my period. I don't know what. I'm like, the sheets were drenched in blood. I end up like throwing them in like a ball, so like the housekeeping would just like scoop it up and not really look at it.
Yeah, there was no balling that shit up, bro. That looks like you cleaned up a fucking murder case.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna have to they're gonna go and count people on a boat. Gonna see if somebody got thrown off the boat or
Just throw the
something.
sheets overboard, man. Throw them right off the balcony.
At that point, you got to.
But the funny thing is, like we end up we dock at like Bermuda and something. We get off, right?
Yeah.
And then when I get back to my room later that night, there's a note slid underneath the door, and it was like, "We're your neighbors. If you're screaming and like if you're moaning, screaming, and having too much of a good time, like you need to keep it down. We got kids. We're gonna go to the fucking front door.
That is hilarious.
And I thought it was hysterical. So like later tonight, she comes
Did
back.
you think didn't you think it was me?
At one point, yeah.
Yeah.
So then later that night, she's back in, like, I'm hanging out with her and her friends, and like she's like, oh, I told her the story because we end up running into him at the beach.
Yeah.
So I told her the story, right? So later night, her girlfriends are all in my room, and like they go like, oh, let me see the note, and like they're like, she's like, hey, and like it's like. I had her. She held it. I had her take a picture of it with holding the note and
That's
shit.
hilarious.
Like, I felt like I was the man right then and there. But
Dude, cruise ships, those rooms, those walls are like fucking paper mache.
Yeah, they really are.
I'm the creeper who fucking puts my ear up against the door to try to hear anything going on.
I could tell you would have heard like the wildest fucking porno scene if
I
you
would
were
have
there.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to listen to. I always wish I could be like invisible and just like fucking see how people behave. But yeah, those walls are really fucking thin.
What's Vinny? Vinny is back now, right? He's back
Yes.
from his vacation. I didn't see any of his stories. I haven't talked to Vinny in
Lived his best
yeah.
life.
probably a couple weeks. Maybe right before he left for his trip is when the last time I talked to him. But I heard through the grapevine that he was having a really good time. People
looked
were
like he
asking
was
him.
It was
That's an
about
amazing time.
10 girls and him and Angelo only. They're the only guys. He of course did his normal routine. He met like celebrities, and I mean he was with the girl Carly, who's just had a makeup line come out, a big one. So they had a yacht. A yacht like it was fucking a yacht, like a 6-bedroom yacht. He's doing backflips off of it. He does his normal routine. I know that he said that trip cost him 10, and then while he was there, he spent another 5.
I could easily, the way that they were partying, easily.
Yeah, so going on a Europe trip, and you do it the right way, because I did the same thing. I went with my wife, and it cost $10,000 too. I didn't spend $5,000 while I was there like this sick fuck, but you know how he does things. He was wasted, and he was, like I said, the last week we talked about, we saw him on a story fucking throwing balls off the fucking like rocks of into like yachts. He doesn't give a shit. So I can't even explain what they did. I mean, he'll show you the videos. Hopefully we're all going out tomorrow night to a local bar around here, and he'll be able to give us some news, because I also would like to know what he didn't film.
Yeah, yeah. It's always the shit that you don't film. That's
Yeah.
the best shit.
So I want to see how it all went down.
So let's get to the Ask the Bros segment. Patreon, each and every week, Patreon members, exclusively Juicy AF and God Amongst Men members, can ask the bros whatever the fuck they want. They can leave a question, comment, or concern. And Fox and Raven is first up. He says, don't have a question, but since I can, I'm going to leave a comment. Your guys' podcast has been great. Enjoy every episode. The bros have been doing their thing. Dope, That Beard So Strong is a permanent co-host, and I can't wait till Vinny Bags is back. Show is great and getting greater, or should I say, glorious. So thank you so much, Fox and Raven. That was a very nice comment. Paul Young, our man Paul Y from the UK, says, what's up, motherfuckers? Great to have Jay as a permanent co-host. Hope you guys had a good trip away, Rob. Stop being a little bitch about the little extra sodium. At least you're not Joe. Ha ha ha. Just kidding, Joe. Vinny Vegas is killing it on holiday. So the UK people, their word for vacation is holiday. They say holiday. So that clears that up.
He must have been watching Vin's stories.
Vinny Vegas is killing it on holiday. Is Ray even going to attempt to win back the name? Because at this rate, it'll be Vinny Worldwide soon. Damn! He took both of your names, bro.
Yo, Paul,
That's good.
Paul, I thought you and I had an understanding. Paul, I thought we was on the same page. You're going to make me have to level up.
Hank Bowers says, not a question, but I think I saw Kratom, not sure if I spelled it right, being sold at a store up here in Michigan. Gonna have to cop me some soon and give them a try. Hope your trip was great. Stay juicy, bros. Thank you, Hank. Kratom is sold a lot of places now, right? It's not as exclusive as it used to be.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere,
Yeah, it's
right?
everywhere.
Now, you can get it online, you get it in stores. I even think I saw it in the little convenience store. How real it is, I don't know, but you could probably get it everywhere. Big Brendan says, hey crew, Rob and MBJ, hope you had a fantastic trip. Loved the Snapchat stories. I was very... big shout out to Nick Hurd, who is a new Patreon member. I just saw that pop through just now. I was
very
very active on
active
Snapchat.
on Snapchat, yeah.
Very active. I didn't want to piss off my Instagram followers. Instagram is a very fickle group. Like, if you start posting too many stories, people fucking bounce. They're like, oh, fuck this motherfucker. I don't want to watch this shit. But Snapchat, that's what Snapchat is for. Snapchat is for watching people's stories and keeping up with people. So I was very active on the Snap. So he says, I love the Snapchat stories. Beard So Strong. You have been touted as a poon slayer. What is your go-to outfit when you're going out hitting the bars? Really looking to step up my fashion game a little bit to help get some ladies. Haha. So Beard So Strong's go-to outfit is the Robert Frank 615 emoji cap. Available not at Robert Frank 615. They're very exclusive. And his either swole is the goal, size is the prize, or toxic masculinity shirt. He gets a lot of pussy wearing those shirts. No, for real, Jay. What is your go-to outfit?
Well, me too.
All right.
So
So
when we go out casually, it's not so much Beer So Strong's casual outfits. It's his mouthpiece. Jay is the friendliest, just non-threatening, just cool, and he finds a way to connect with people. So it's not really about his outfit because, you know, from time to time, me and a couple of bros make fun of Jay just because his outfits look the same at times, but he's just the type of guy that, you know, girls will listen to when he makes his move with his mouth, not with his wardrobe.
I was going to say the same exact thing. I was going to say what he wears has nothing to do with how he gets girls.
Yeah.
He, just like most people who are able to get girls, it's that they have confidence and that they speak in a certain tone that it's like girls just know and they're just interested. He's usually smiling, he's usually dancing, he's usually talking. He looks like he's having a good time and people want to be around that.
They gravitate, like Vinny. Vinny is the same way. You never see Vinny just like down, moping around. Like me, I'm standing in the corner holding my Jack and Diet like a fucking trophy and shit, you know? But Beard So Strong is fucking bopping to the music, moving around, and girls like that. But, you know.
Just be comfortable, man. That's all it is.
Be comfortable. And wear something, if you're a dancer, right? You can't be wearing some tight-ass skinny jeans and shit that'll rip, right? You gotta,
I don't know.
You gotta be comfortable. John Nelson says, what the fuck is up, fellas? Big shout out to Rob, Ray, Joey, Pody, and Jay. The new logo looks dope. Can't wait to see it on some new merch. A very big thank you to Ray Worldwide. He had a great cameo post to my girlfriend Annette, who is also permanently tan. Okay. All right, John Nelson. I see you, bro. He says, and she absolutely loved it, and the surprise appearance by Jimmy Triceps as well. Ray, thank you as well for not grabbing your dick or sniffing panties on the cameo. I appreciate that, brother. Rob, could you... I guess that's an inside joke.
Nah, he had to see his story. He would have... The story you didn't see where he's talking about...
I was talking shit about
you. He's like, yeah, and
dude, it was
MBJ
funny
left her panties, and he's like smelling them on the boat, and then like throws them off.
It was good. Basically, his story was insinuating he had just like banged her, and I don't know where the fuck he got a pair of underwear, but the last one was him smelling it, and then he threw it like into the ocean. It was great. I literally thought it was so funny that I had to reach out to him and be like, dude, that was fucking great. And that's where I think you're stupid, Rob, because I get that you block. You don't want to see a lot of people's shit, but your friends ain't posting shit other than, you know, stuff that you would be interested in seeing.
Yeah, but why would I be interested in seeing that?
Because
that might have saved me some aggravation.
It's fucking funny, bro. You're missing out on like where we are.
I'll tell you what. 3 months ago or 2 months ago, I was down in the dumps, lost my smile, Shawn Michaels via 1996, hated fucking social media, wanted to quit, wanted to give up. I blocked everyone's posts and everyone's stories, and how fucking happy have I been?
Yes, but we're your friends.
It's okay.
Either way, we're still going to be posting the same shit, whether you watch it or not. So, Ray, I loved it. It was
Thank you,
good.
Joe.
John,
and by the way, I got a lot of DMs from that video, like a ton, where people thought it was funny, just like Joe.
Yeah.
And like, it's all love over here. I like to take shots at Rob and other guys in the crew. That one just happened to be a hit, and I got some more things lined up in the pipeline.
Nice.
But thank you very much, because Rob put me down with Cameo, and I said, Rob, why would you put me down on Cameo? I was like, who's gonna book me? So my Cameo stayed dormant for about 2 weeks, and I was ready to unsubscribe. I was like, "This is stupid."
Because you never let anybody know that you were on
Because
there.
I didn't see the
Bro,
point.
you are a co-host of a top 200 podcast. People know who the fuck you are. They like you. They like your catchphrases. They like that you're thick in the midsection. They want you to bang their daughter so she'll need a C-section. They want to hear from you, man.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing because after that little 2 week period, I got hit up and it was like cameo request, and I'm like, Rob, I got 3 cameo requests in like the last 3 days, and he was like, do it. And something happened where one of the bros was like, Ray, can you reach out to my dad and say, let's go, and tell him that he's not as juicy as I am? And I was like, Rob, would it be a dick move if I sent them my Cameo link? And he was like, nah, man.
My exact response was, yo, you are a co-host of a top 200 fucking podcast. You don't work for free. And especially for $15 or whatever the fuck you charge for Cameo, fucking tell him, be like, yo, I'll fucking put all my effort into it. But shit, I gotta make a living too, man.
But yeah, so when I sent the link to the broski, he actually sent me a DM back saying $15. That's his steal, and he booked it right away. So
nice.
Thank you guys very much who have given me the opportunity to do a Cameo. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. See, I get him put on Cameo, and he's making videos smelling my wife's panties and shit. That's the thanks I get from Ray Worldwide. John also says, Rob, could you walk me through the hammer strength lat pull down, different techniques with the hands above the machine handle, leaning forward that you, Guy, and Jimmy were doing last week? I want to incorporate that into my back sessions. As always, fellas, it's great to see you guys. Have a blast and much success to the brand and upcoming plans. And then Brendan chimed in and says he's buying a hoodie with the new art absolutely first when they're available. So yes, new podcast art will be available sometime soon. I just don't know how soon. And I'm actually going to put a poll on Patreon to see if the Patreon bros and broettes want to see them on hoodies, t-shirts, tanks, or stringers.
Hoodie season's about 2 months out.
Hoodie season is close, so we may do hoodies again because they did really well with the sales. I remember, if you have an older style Glorious House of Gains hoodie, the one that has Jimmy, Vinny, Joey, Pody, Ray, and myself on it, that does not have Beard So Strong or MBJ, it's okay because they're still part of the family. You know what I mean? So you just have a retro podcast.
You have version 1.
Right. So, John, with that, it would be hard for me to explain, but maybe I could do a video for you, John, and to show you next time I'm at that gym, because that's the only gym, that Iron Culture gym, that has that machine. But I will get that to you sooner rather than later, my man, about the back machine. Colin Boston says, can I say big thank you, Joe? I recently had the same procedure that he had and was slightly nervous. I reached out to him, and the gent that he is gave me some very helpful advice and kind words. Everything went fine, just like he said, and the results came back good. Thanks again, Joe. Really appreciate it. P.S. The new artwork is class. So he loves the new artwork. I'm guessing he's talking about the procedure that you just had, right?
Joe, did you recommend that he shaved his butthole?
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Have your
did
girlfriend shave your asshole.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but I gave him a breakdown of, I answer all my DMs. I might not answer them like the same day or the next day, whenever I get back to him, a couple days later. But I gave him exactly what to expect. And like with most things in life, the colonoscopy was insanely scary leading up to it. I was nervous for fucking 2 weeks out. 5 days out, I couldn't fucking sleep. And then when it was all said and done, it's nothing. It's literally nothing. When I do it again, not that I'm looking forward to it, but it'll be like another day. I won't do what I did this previous time and freak the fuck out. So yeah, there's a really good Will Smith fucking video of him talking about on the other side of fear is your greatest fucking, I forget the wording, I gotta one day play it, but there's really nothing in life you should be scared of. So I'm glad that his results were good, and everybody should get their asshole checked out at some point in their life and get a colonoscopy, because colon cancer is the most preventable cancer out there. So if you go get it, your butt checked before, it's supposed to be 50 years old. If someone in your family had colon cancer, then you should get it at 40. So I see no reason why everyone can't go around 40 anyway. Just to fucking, you lose all your water weight because you're going to fucking shit 6,000 times the night before. They put you under, you go to sleep, wake up an hour later, and they tell you if there's anything wrong. People are just always scared to go to the doctor. Fucking this guy sitting right next to me.
I have a couple more Patreon Ask the Bro questions to read, but just a little update on my sleep study that I had done. Remember a couple weeks ago I said I had a sleep study?
Yep.
In a 6-hour period, I stopped breathing 1,160 times. 1,160 times. The longest was for 21 seconds.
Oh my God.
Hold your breath for 21 seconds. And you know what? That is probably when I wake myself up gasping for air and scared like I'm brain dead for like a good 15 seconds.
Because you were.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, yeah, I got to get that fucking machine ASAP. I've been dragging my feet. They've been calling me every day, but they're calling me from like a 1-800 number or a 973 number that I don't know what it is, and then I have to Google it and see what it is. But, yeah, I got to get that machine 1,160 times.
Do me a favor. Get it before Vegas, please.
Yeah, because we're sharing a room. That is true. Zach G. Rob, sorry, but I'm going to miss the live stream again to spend some time with my dad. His dad, Zach G's dad is not doing so great right now, but Zach is doing the right thing by spending time with Pops and sending my best to you, the crew, and everyone in the live stream. So, Zach, we miss you.
Sending wishes, man. Hopefully everything is all right, Zach.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. So, we'll see you soon, Zach. Alexander Rodriguez, pet peeve of the week. Bars that have the automatic cutoff on the pour so the bartenders won't over pour. Come on.
I don't even go to those places.
Yeah.
Dude. If your bar pours like that, I'm not ordering.
Yeah, we go in, see it, we turn right around.
He
Fuck
goes,
that.
come on, motherfucker. I'm here to get some drank and hunt some skank. I mean, shit. I can nut more than those liquor systems pour. Yeah, dude, you're absolutely right. He's talking about like that thing that they put on the top, right?
Yeah,
it's to prevent them from overpouring.
Yeah.
Portion control.
Yeah, portion control. Fuck
I got a
that.
pet peeve while we're at it.
Go ahead.
Fucking urinals in this country are disgusting. They need to have like sidewalls on them because too often am I walking into a bathroom and I come right around the corner looking for where I'm supposed to be pissing. And because there's no fucking like side thing, like today, I'm down the shore and there's like a beach house type of scenario with a whole bunch of urinals in it. If you get off the beach, you need to piss. Dude, I come around the corner looking for where these urinals at, and again, because there's no sidewall, so some people stand a little too far back. I saw this old dude's dick. Good job to him, because it was fucking huge.
So, did you get aroused? Is this
No!
why you told the story?
No, but I was like, Jesus fuck, like, why can't urinals have, like, almost like stalls? Like, I don't want to accidentally see that shit. So fucking, I hate this country because I've been to other countries and the setup is, like even the stalls, like the stalls in the London Heathrow Airport are like fucking floor to ceiling.
That's
There's
how
fucking,
it is on the cruise ship. There's no cracks at all.
Yeah, I don't want
when
to
you go
fucking
into the
see
stall.
you on the toilet.
Nah, Joey, sometimes even overseas, like they have here, they
They're
have
wide
the
open.
troughs.
Yeah.
Where it's just like a trough, like a horse trough,
Yeah.
where everybody's dick is out. Like
Yeah.
you can see everyone.
I know what you're talking about. Where it looks like a
And
it
body
looks-
power.
It looks
Body
like
power,
a big
that
ass
kinda-
sink.
Yeah.
I saw a video on YouTube from years ago where this dude thought it was in a sink, and he put his fucking hands in people's piss and was slapping himself on the face.
Joey's YouTubing urinal troughs. Oh man, I agree because I don't want to see fucking some other dude's dick, but I do think it's hilarious when Vinny Bag of Chips and AJ send you dick pics.
Yeah, dude, they need to
It's
stop
great.
with that shit.
Yeah, Damian McCoy, and there's nothing gay about that. It's 2019. It's all good.
Listen,
It's all
there's
good,
a
man.
difference between, and again, with the whole urinal scenario, like guys are like, well, what about when you're in a locker room? That's a different setup. Like, you know what you're in for, and you're in a locker room. and
You're in a
there's-
bathroom. You know what you're in for.
No,
There's
not-
a dick out. Somebody taking a piss.
Not with piss coming out of it, dude. It's just not. It's just. It doesn't need to happen. There needs to be more privacy in bathrooms.
Listen, I agree. I like privacy as well, but just if you're that scared little boy, go into the fucking stall and piss.
I did actually piss in the stall.
Did you sit down? Because
No.
like everyone in the live stream is like, did he sit down taking a piss? So,
Not-
No, because
not
after one of our podcasts, sitting down to pee became the new wave.
yeah.
Yeah. Damian McCoy says, I won't be able to catch the show live this week, but don't let that discourage you from kicking ass and making gains. Let's go. Thank you, Damian.
Let's get it.
Appreciate that. Jonathan S., there's two more guys. Jonathan S. says, what's up, bros? Was wondering if you guys had anything in the works for a trip to North Minnesota area. I would love the chance to hit the clubs with you guys. Minnesota, probably not. But again, Steele said in January that they were going to send me to like 10 different states this year, and they've sent me to one, Florida, so far. So we will see what the rest of the year has, and Minnesota might be on the map. Eric Rickle, this is the last one from the Ask the Bros segment. Any trips to Harrah's AC coming up? Definitely trying to do some shots with the bros. Eric, we will listen. We're always
down
in Harrah's.
there.
Yeah, we're always
Always
in
down
Harrah's.
there.
But I will make sure that I make it a point next time to let Patreon know when we're going up there. And yeah, so that's the Ask the Bros segment. Pody, I know a lot's going on in sports. I've been so out of the loop. I just heard that my Mets are on a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, buddy.
And the trading deadline is over now, or it's not over? Okay,
it's
so
officially over for the first time.
it's officially over. And, well, Pody, take it away.
All right, I will try to make this quick. Yes, trade deadline ended 4 p.m. on Wednesday. We had a bunch of trades. The Mets actually surprised a few days early. They made a trade. It got Marcus Stroman from the Blue Jays, so that bolsters their starting rotation. Yes, they've won 7 in a row. They're now 4 games back in the wild card, so they're trying to make a late push towards the end of the season here, try to get one of those wild card spots. You had Trevor Bauer from the Indians. He was traded in a 3-team trade over to the Reds that sent Yasiel Puig and Fran Mil Reyes to the Cleveland Indians. They're obviously a playoff contender as well, so that's going to help bolster their outfield. And you had Michael Thomas, 5-year, $100 million contract extension in the NFL. That is the highest contract for a wide receiver in history. Just a lot of trades. The Tampa Bay Rays, they added Jesus Aguilar from the Brewers. You had the Phillies making moves. You had the Braves, they bolstered their bullpen with a couple of guys. Just the Cubs were adding players. 2 teams I will say that were losers would be the Los Angeles Dodgers and the New York Yankees, who made virtually 0 moves. The Houston Astros, right at the deadline at 4 p.m., made a huge splash, kind of like they did 2 years ago when they added Verlander. They added Zach Greinke, who will be their 3rd starter, and they also added Joe Biagini and Aaron Sanchez from the Blue Jays, a couple more pitchers there. So they are now, according to Vegas, the Astros are the favorites to win the World Series. You have the Hall of Fame game, first preseason game in the NFL between the Denver Broncos and Falcons. I think 7-0 Denver at the half. Just a lot going on. You could catch more of all of the sports news on This Week in Sports, usually every Friday, but I have a barbecue to go to tomorrow, so probably Saturday. With that being said, Pody out.
All right, thank you, Pody. I actually got the camera on him super late because I wasn't paying attention because I was trying to see if I missed any super chats, which I did, and I want to get to my man Miguel Neary. Leaves a dono to the channel, says, can you tell us who is on the podcast logo? Is the Pody next to the box of donuts? Because if that's him, he looks like a skinny version of the fat man, Joe. So... all right, so if you're looking at the podcast logo, the old one would be Ray Worldwide on the top. Right underneath him, if you're looking at the logo, to Ray's left, going down is Vinny Bag of Chips and then Jimmy Triceps. If you're going down Ray's right, immediately in front of him is Joey Bag of Donuts holding the donuts. To Joey's right, or if you're looking at the picture, is the Pody, and then I'm at the bottom. So the new podcast logo has Beard So Strong at the very top, and MBJ is in the spot where Jimmy Triceps was. So, yeah, there are a couple different versions of it, and, we could keep playing around with it and see what's going on, but I think this version is really clean, and I think it's the most consistent version that we're going to get, especially since Vinny said that he wants to be more part of the show. His schedule changed. He's back on mornings, and he could really get involved with the program. So we're looking forward to having Vinny back. Brendan says, Pody, how was your vacation? So Pody was on vacation last week. Where'd you go, Pody?
Yeah, I was down in Myrtle Beach. It was nice there for a week. I watched the Yankees win on Tuesday night. That was huge. Got some money out of that. I played golf about 4 times, ate some good food. I missed last week's episode, unfortunately, but I'm glad to be back now. And, so good time.
All right, cool. Thank you, Pody. And Jonathan Stabler leaves a dono, says, sorry, Ray, but I'm on the Beard So Vegas train. Damn. Beard's so strong.
Listen. Don't get your boy fucked up. There is particular reasons why I cannot speak about the savagery in my life. I am Ray Corporate.
What do you have? What do you have, a girlfriend or something?
So, for reasons, I cannot speak about the savagery. But don't get it fucked up, John. Your boy's a beast.
He is a beast.
No.
Another request.
We're not talking about what you're messing with.
Another request that we had from one of the bros that Ray put me on to earlier this week was, there are a lot of new listeners, like I said, to the podcast. Our numbers are fucking crushing all over. Our SoundCloud numbers are going crazy. iTunes and Spotify, those 3 in particular, and our podcast live streams are going absolutely bananas. And I know
we say that every week.
We
but
do.
Like, I'm actually...
They keep going up.
Yeah, they keep going up each week. It's insane.
So we want to thank each and every one of you new bros and broettes to the show. And someone asked if we can link the Instagram accounts to in our description, our podcast description. Because people want to know where they could find Beard So Strong or Ray Worldwide or the Pody or Joey, or most of you guys know where I'm at or already know where to find me. But the co-host of the show, we're going to make it very easy for you guys. The Pody is going to either link or just have it available.
I'll link.
He'll link it. So you guys could just click. Make sure you guys follow all the co-hosts. Keep up with us, because you never know when Robert Frank might pop up in the story of these fine gentlemen at this table. So, Ray Worldwide, do we have a baddie with a fatty this week?
Yes, sir.
All right. So before we get into how Joey's been doing with his 4-pound weight loss since last week, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the moment you've all been waiting for, Ray Worldwide's baddie with a fatty of the week.
Yeah. Take that.
Take that tranny dick. Who you got this week, Ray?
All right, so this week's Baddie with a Fatty winner is going to be Instagram handle ASHTONSHAI. Once again, ASHTONSHAI.
ASHTON. Yeah, and that's all I got.
SHAI. You're the worst with this.
SHAI.
Why do people come up with
Why
the
shit doesn't
dumbest
come up?
fucking Instagram?
Okay,
names?
I got it right here, God. Whoa. Okay.
I got pictures on the
Yeah,
screen.
buddy. All right. So, Pody, you want to cue me up here? We got a little short shorts action. So, she's definitely cute. She kind of looks like a little chipmunk or something, but like in a good way, of course. She's definitely pretty. She's hot. What would you say? She's of the light-skinned black delegation, or maybe
She's
a little
light-skinned or
maybe
mixed bag of nuts delegation.
Oh, she's thicker than a Snicker too. Look at that one.
Can I take a
God
look?
damn. Yeah, I'm gonna give Joey this one so he could critique and masturbate all at the same time.
She actually looks like maybe a little bit. She kind of looks similar to Bundle of Brittany.
She does. That's where she looks like. But Bundle of Brittany's like 100 times hotter.
Bundle of Brittany.
No disrespect.
Bundle of
No
Brittany
disrespect.
is the
Bundle of Brittany's a
smoke show.
special
Yeah.
breed. I mean, and
Yeah.
she actually, since she blew up even more, Bundle of Brittany in terms of popularity, has gotten like really fit. You've
Yeah.
seen her lately, like real fit.
I don't know, but there's been times where I've banged my wife thinking about Brittany. just keeping it real. I hope she doesn't.
Well, let's
listen to
hope
this
you don't
podcast.
run into Bundle of Brittany at the Bel Air Estate soon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because Bundle of Brittany is going
It's
down.
going down.
It's
yeah,
going
absolutely.
down. It's going down in one of the elevators or something. It's
gonna be a
going down.
You don't have any hall
Rob.
passes left, do you?
Someone asked me if there was any famous person or person on Instagram or someone that I would risk. You know, we talk a lot of shit on the podcast, but if there was anyone that I would risk, sacrificing
Risk it
my
all.
risk it all, we'll say, who would it be? Bundle of Brittany might have to be up there, but the only thing that scares me, she's fucked a lot of black dudes. And black dudes are known to have some big packages. So I don't want to risk it all and stick it in there, and then I feel like I'm fucking throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
At least
you know
you'll
what
have some
I'm saying?
stay power, bro.
Yeah, well, that is true. But I want to feel some sugar walls, man. Oh, I need to feel the walls, bro. I might find, you know what? To be completely honest, I may find like a 5'1", 110-pound little bubble butt chick, because I know that's probably going to be my best bet in terms of tightness.
Oh, you had
So.
your shot, but you missed it
Oh.
when you were away last week or a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, someone in the live stream just asked, "How did my hall pass go?" Yeah,
Yeah.
well, listen to last week's podcast. I tell all about it, all about my sexcapades. But anyway, Joey Bag of Donuts. Listen, we're getting ready to wrap up the show, but I know people are curious. They're very motivated by your journey, your weight loss, everything that's going on, your ups and downs, because it's very fucking relatable to people. Not many people are robots where they could just say, hey, I'm going to lose 50 pounds and not have bumps in the road. Hey, I'm going to commit to do a show and then actually do a show. Or, hey, I'm going to go to the gym twice a day. I'm going to take a whole bunch of steel supplements. I may or may not go down the actual drug route when it comes closer to the show, because again, you're going to be doing NPC. NPC is a non-tested show. If you don't take drugs, you're a fucking asshole, because you're competing against other people that are taking drugs. So, Joey Bag of Donuts, how has it been going this week? Last week you had a 1 pound weight gain, but now you are down 4 this week. So we're back heading in the right direction. What's happening?
So last week I was super worried about my weight because I knew I had a shitty week prior to that. So my lowest so far was 229 that we weighed me in at. That was 2 weeks ago. I started 250. Okay, and this was early June, very beginning of June was 250. So now all of June and all of July. So we are 2 months in now, about 60 days. Started 250 and I was 229 2 weeks ago. And then last week I come in, I get on that scale and I'm 230. And I was fucking pissed and I knew it was going to happen. So I said the next week, which was this past week, I had to go hard. So when I came in today, I got on that scale and I'm 226. So now this is my new lowest weight. I'm now down almost 25 pounds, 24 pounds, same shit, say 25.
I like 25.
What did I do differently? What I did differently was I literally went as hardcore as you could possibly go, other than taking steroids, which is what Rob just mentioned. But I do have some news on that forefront, Rob, which you'll be the first to hear this when I tell you right now.
Okay, yeah, I can't wait. What did you get?
No, I didn't get anything.
Oh, yet.
But I'm going to tell you what's happening.
Okay.
So I decide I'm going to take the shredded as fuck, right? So last week I leave here and I pop one shredded as fuck in the morning. And maybe 25 minutes in and I just started fucking sweating. I wasn't doing anything.
And you don't sweat.
And I
you went to
do
the
not
police
sweat.
academy and got yelled at because you didn't sweat.
Yeah, you're not perspiring. Anyway, so
Why are you not
Why are you not
perspiring,
perspiring?
Skashera?
And then the fucking whatchamacall came over. So anyway, so here's what happens, right? So I fucking take the shredded as fuck and I start sweating my ass off. I then go to the gym, I do a workout, and I'm dripping. And my heart rate, I monitor my heart rate regularly, and I tried to do a run after the workout. Didn't work out because that pill does is it already bumps up your heart rate. So my shit was going up way too high, way too fast from running. So Rob recommended walking on an incline which is what I should be doing anyway, because running, realistically, if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, you don't see fucking Jay Cutler and Phil Heath running fucking 5-mile runs. They don't do that shit, because you burn all the fucking fat. Because once your heartbeat goes over a certain fucking BPM, you're now burning fucking muscle as well as fat, so it's fucking pointless.
That's all, and again, this is all bro science that we're talking about, but it is true. When any competitive bodybuilder is leading up to a show, how many times do you see them running outside? No. They're doing cardio on a treadmill on an incline, or they're on a Stairmaster, or step mill, or elliptical, or something like that. Just look at Guy Cisternino. Every morning, he's on a fucking treadmill for 45 minutes. So, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
So, I take the pill, and yeah, I've still only taken, we're a week in, I'm only taking one a day.
Are you still taking them off the counter with your tongue?
No, so I did a video where I try to entertain myself to try to like make, because I was scared to take the pill. I didn't know what it was gonna fucking do to me.
I thought that was very funny, by the way.
It
was hilarious.
So I take that, and yeah, it's working, and I'm only taking one right now. Eventually, I'm gonna up it to 2. It is expensive. It's about $70. Because guess what? Since I've been taking it, I had a bunch of people reach out to me, and they're like, "Yo, what's Rob's code? I'm gonna order the shit." And these are friends of mine. One of my friends actually needs me to order it for them because they don't even want their wife to know that they're taking it. Which, whatever. I mean, hey, do what you got to do. I guess.
Do you want to put him on blast on the podcast?
No, I don't.
But
no,
what,
good friend of
what,
mine. Because
was
his
he
wife
trying to buy hard AF, or
no, shredded as fuck. Because his wife is very strict in terms of like organic and that type of shit. So like she doesn't want him doing anything.
Sounds like your boy needs some Alpha F.
Hey, listen, that's another story. But he's a good friend of mine, so I'll get it for him. But it works, and it's expensive because it fucking works. So I'm taking that every day. I do the BCAAs as well. And protein, and wake up every morning at 5 a.m. At 5:15, I eat a half a cup of plain ass oatmeal. Then I eat my chicken and your meat. I went to the grocery store today. It's racked up again. Your meats and all your shit.
You put anything on there like Splendor or cinnamon or something on your oats?
Yeah. On the oatmeal, I do a tablespoon of this like fucking some kind of fake shit where it's got no carbs or any of that stuff.
Got it.
To make it taste like something, because just straight up plain is disgusting. But either.
What's the difference between like taking the maple brown sugar and regular oatmeal?
So real much sugar. Yeah, tons of sugar.
Oh, because I eat like 2 packets of that and then 2 of
Oh, you talking about that fake shit?
Yeah.
In the package?
The
that's fucking horrible.
I put 4 of them together. I put 2 of each flavor, put them together, and that's my breakfast with
I know.
some eggs.
You might as well fucking just eat candy.
There's like 40 grams of carbs in
plain
those.
Oatmeal.
Each packet of that plain oatmeal all together with half a cup, you're probably getting about 20 carbs.
Yeah,
25.
no, yeah.
I'm drinking.
I'm eating healthy.
Care about sugar.
Going to the gym. Double down on cardio, doing the fastest cardio in the morning. So I am killing it. Now, in terms of what I was just referring to about this medicine, I'm thinking about going to a doctor where I'm gonna just get everything checked out.
Testosterone?
I want to see.
I would love to see you stick a needle in your ass. Can I please be the first to do it?
Listen. I'm gonna go to a doctor because I want to get everything checked out. I've been saying forever that I feel like I have very high testosterone. I want to see what these levels are at, and then. I feel like I'm almost, in my own mind, I almost feel like I'm trying to justify going to the doctor, and then that's like step 1. And then it's like, okay, well, your test is low, so now I need to fix it. So I am going to go to a doctor.
Do you really think you have low testosterone?
No, I think I have really high testosterone.
And then what's the point of checking it? You want them to lower it? You want them to give you some estrogen?
No, because I want them to I just told you, in my head, I'm almost justifying that the doctor is step 1 in terms of going down that path.
I don't get that.
What do you mean? Well, once
why there's no such thing as too much testosterone.
No, there might be other things that they check out that it's too low, and then in my head, this is going over your head? If you go to a doctor, and then the doctor says to you, well, maybe if you took such and such medicine, then in my own head, will justify it. Versus just saying, hey, so-and-so, make it in your fucking bathtub and let me just fucking do it. So I'm going down that path potentially. I don't know, but I do know I'm gonna get my shit checked out because I'm curious as to what I am.
I don't think you have low testosterone.
I don't think I do.
I don't think you do, but I would love if the doctor said that you were like in the 2s or 1s even, which I know you're not. You're probably close to 1,000 because I could just tell you're probably very high. But I wish when I first got my test checked like 5 years ago, I was at 119.
What?
Yeah, it was in the fucking shitter. And then they gave me that Axiron shit, which is like the roll-on like it's like deodorant, but it's testosterone. It's like the cream, and they have all the things.
That Barry Bonds?
No. That was the only thing that was approved by my insurance, but it was fucking expensive. It was approved, but I had to pay like $400 a month for it. So once all the free samples that the doctor gave me ran out, shout out to Natural Body who is DMing me right now on Instagram. But anyway, then I was like, listen, doc, here's the deal. I could get this other stuff for like $60 and it'll last me up 2.5 months, or I could take this $400 shit, which is not doing anything for me. So the doctor's like, okay, I mean, that makes more sense if you're okay with, doing that thing. And I'm like, I'm perfectly okay, baby. Hook me up. So anyway,
my point of the whole story is going to the gym is addicting, and after a while, and granted it's taken me 65,000 times to actually start losing weight, but you really get obsessed with it to the point where like now the weight's falling off, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, all right, you still have to keep going, you have to get rid of the fat. I want to get checked out again and see what my body fat percentages and everything. And yeah, I'm doing really well, and anybody who's trying to lose weight, dude, it takes forever. I mean, it's been 60 days. I don't know why in my head I thought overnight I would go from fucking 250 to 185. But it's hard. Like, if
you don't want to
do
that overnight.
No, I know, because then you have extra skin. Yeah. But the diet, it's all diet. I mean, you have to go to the gym. That shit's easy. But the diet, like you saw last week, I fucked up. And then I come in here weighing more than I did the previous week. So if you
I don't think you should be worried about your weight right now, bro. Yeah, I think you should just be hitting the gym hard.
Too heavy. Yeah, but if I don't keep an eye on myself, I'll revert right back like I did last week.
No, I'm not saying you eat like shit. I'm just saying you just you shouldn't be really losing weight. You should be trying to change what you have into muscle.
Yeah,
before you start shredding.
I definitely have. I still have way too much body fat on myself. I mean, I'm 220. Like I said, I'm 226. That's not good for my height. I still need to lose at least 30 pounds.
Your show is like 3 months.
No, it's like 15. It's 15 weeks.
15 weeks. All right, so it is crunch time.
Yeah, I need to fucking. Plus, anyone who's serious about anything, they check their progress. I do weekly weigh-ins, and I take pictures as well. Which Rob, tomorrow we need to take progress photos.
And we will. And
yes.
I need to take some too because, like I said, I need to.
Tomorrow
is going to be day one of getting myself back into Olympia shape. And let me tell you something. When I am going to look so good, by hook or by crook or by steroid injection, I am going to look so fucking good at that time, at the Olympia time. And then after that, I promised MBJ that I would take a couple of months off of supplements because she wants, what are those things called when it fucking comes out of their vag?
She wants a little Ray Vegas
Jr. What is it, a baby, they call it? Yeah, she wants one of those, but she's sadly mistaken because I don't think that I can make babies.
I got your back, Rob, no worries.
Yeah, all right, hey. And
you know what? A 10, you won't know if it's his.
I won't know if it's mine or his anyway, so it doesn't matter. But, I mean, if there is one person that I could say that I'd want my kid to be handsome and tan,
And you get to have green eyes, bro.
Yeah.
That's your hookup.
There you go. Hey.
And a 9-inch hammer.
Shit. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. But anyway, so Joey, dude, you're on the right path. Not only are all the bros and your friends and close family members will be at this show, but you have thousands of podcast listeners who have been keeping up with this. And if they're living in the tri-state area or within an hour drive, maybe an hour and a half, they're all going to be there as well because they're going to want to meet the bros. They're going to want to see you on stage and cheer you on. There might be some crazy motherfuckers from, like, the other side of the country that want to fucking come fly in for the weekend
Hey, we
just to
went
see you
from
on
New
stage.
Jersey to Florida to see Delray Misfits.
That is correct. To see Big Lenny and Jason Genova on stage. We drove an hour and a half to see Britt Broad and Lorene and Christina Soto do their show a couple weeks ago. Meet Joey and Beard So Strong. So, yeah, people will travel. You know what I'm saying? So, you're going to have, I would say you're probably going to have between 25 and 50 people cheering you on that day, between family, friends, and just bros and broettes from the gram and everything. But
then the after party afterwards.
then the after party
At
afterwards.
Wendy's, baby.
We're gonna start off at Wendy's and end up in some VIP somewhere, fucking shit faced,
Shirtless. Getting
Yeah.
rubbed
It's
down.
my birthday weekend, bro. So we're going out and
Oh,
celebrating.
and that is Beard So Strong's birthday weekend as well.
We're
So,
going to celebrate.
guys, we're gonna wrap up this show. This has been episode 70 of the glorious House of Gains podcast. For Ray Worldwide, for the man who now has a permanent seat, Beard So Strong, the Pody, Joey MPC. This is Robert Frank. We are signing out.